like and subscribe. What makes you fall in love with a girl? The ability to completely be ourselves with them. The feeling of knowing you are accepted and loved for who you are despite what you are not. We can laugh at each other without ever saying a word. We can sit together in silence and not feel the need to do a single thing. We trust each other. We can share passion between one another, whether it be about sex, comics, or just going on a hike together. It's the simple things that make me feel like home, as sitting on a porch swing with her well into the sunset. Her smile, her wit, open conversation, pleasant to be around, and intelligence. Also, if you run your hands through my hair with my head in your lap, I'm yours. And finally, thoughtfulness. An ex-girlfriend of mine did something for me once that I'll never forget. I had moved from an area of the world which had snow every winter to an area where it was very rare for that to happen at all. I told her months before how much I missed the snow, how many memories I had of it, and that I was sad it never happened where we lived. She spent a month cutting out paper snowflakes and preparing them to hang from the ceiling of my bedroom while I was away from home. I got home and got in my room and just sat on my bed, looked around, and thought, I'm so loved. We were together for 4 years after that before things ended. I would have probably married her had things been different. But that was the day I realized I truly loved that woman. Some random electrochemical reaction in my noggin. At least for me, I'll definitely fall for a girl that appreciates the little things I do. A girl that got the same intentions as mine, so I won't have to explain everything I say. It starts with a smile. I'll crush on someone while we're dating, but for some reason, I never legitimately fall for a girl until I feel her absence. Unfortunately, the only 2 times I've fallen in love were codependent situations. I'd rather not give advice on fitting that mold. But I went on a first date with a woman last night who was completely in a different ballpark from those. She was extremely nice, empathetic, flirty, sweet, etc. But she didn't just fawn over me for what I can do. There was no "you studied physics?" *THAT**S so hot. There was no "oh my god you have such a great singing voice." There was no "you paid for dinner? Such a gentleman." Instead it was more, "you just decided to buy a place, to move here to get out of your comfort zone. That's brave." Like, she was giving nice and thoughtful compliments to me instead of just being casually flirty. She wasn't feeding my narcissistic dragon. She was feeding my better dragon. She's at that perfect balance of a person. Confident and kind. Almost like Aragorn, ya know? And she's better at a lot of things than I am. And she's very independent. Maybe this is the correct love that I've never felt before. We'll see. Shortest answer I can give: a girl being genuine, actually caring, and being willing to be vulnerable. When my now fiancée talked about her mom passing on our then 4th date, I knew I loved her. She was the most genuine person I know. I know how to read people incredibly well, and she has never once tried to deceive me. It means the world to me. We understand each other. We can say pretty much whatever is on our minds without really having to elaborate, because we just have that mental connection. To me, love boils down to 3 factors. Physical/sex life. If you have a higher sex drive or need for physical love than what your partner gives, it most likely leads to frustration. Intellectual stimulus. Having someone that you can learn from or debate things with without it turning into a fight is key in a relationship. Emotional trust. Being able to communicate how you feel to the other person or just feel safe enough to be yourself. The part of the physical attraction is also important to get a party to engage in contact that may lead to a relationship, but the emotional part outweighs the hotness of your partner. Feeling some kind of connection, both sacred and very profane. I mean, when you get right down to it, it's all neurochemistry. What makes that happen is difficult to categorize. I think chemistry with someone definitely makes us pay attention. But then, you can find someone hot, and not connect with them. Then it's a lot to do with what you find important in life. I don't know. At some point, there's some magic happens or doesn't. A Subaru. This might be weird, but I love girls that can make reality magical just by the lens through which they see the world. In my group of friends I've always been the funny one most of the time, but all of my exes have always been able to one-up me and make me laugh or catch me off guard with their cleverness and witty comments. It's like I say my funny thing and that's supposed to be the punchline, but they twist it or add something else that makes me laugh and absolutely blows my mind. I know some people love traveling, and I kinda do as well, but if you can make me travel or experience the world differently just by interacting with you, I will fall in love. That's a promise in AOU. Smart girls hit the jackpot. I like to see when they are hype about something they are passionate to. I like to see that they are chasing their dreams while creating ours. Intelligence overall. I have always said that the girl I want to marry will be the girl who does not pressure me into marrying her. Someone who clearly invites me into her life, but does not force me to stay. A girl who knows her self-worth. Basically. Okay, but if she's asking for commitment then that means she knows her self-worth, because she doesn't want to waste her time with someone who doesn't value her as much as she does. A lot of women view marriage as a symbol of commitment. A woman who doesn't ask for commitment generally has lower self-esteem, because they are just taking whatever you give them, even if it makes them feel insecure. When everything is better with her, and everything goes worse without her. When they let me cry in front of them. I don't know. It feels like there are magnets in our hearts, that just want to be together. It's almost impossible to accurately explain. I could make a list of things that charm me, like a sense of humor, or a list of requirements, like critical reasoning skills and intelligence. But even some women who check all those boxes on the list, may not be women I fall in love with. There is some esoteric kind of thing. Maybe it's chemical. Being on the same wavelength, naturally flowing communication. But also being so comfortable in their presence, that silence is okay. The person ends up making me care more about them than I do about myself. So that rare thing, where I'm no longer my primary concern, they are. It's like two people becoming one single person and it's way different than a normal relationship. There's got some curves, that are good for cuddling, she appreciates my cooking, she's sincere and genuine etc. If she can sing it's over. There is no sweeter sound in the world than when she starts singing. I fell in love with the voice of an angel. There is something about your significant other singing that always melts my heart. Kindness, a bit of intelligence and humor, good hygiene and at least average looks. Chemistry is important to it so FCKN underrated. Sometimes a girl could be a top model with 7 degrees but it just can't work out it. Hormones. Us working as a team together. Her understanding me understanding her. Us being ourselves. But the most important thing about love is that there isn't one thing that makes it happen. If two people fit like a puzzle together then that's it. If she shows strong traits of motherhood. People are downvoting this man but this is a totally legitimate answer. Some people look for women who they think will be good mothers because that's important to them, for any number of reasons. Appearance, compatibility, personality. It's always going to be a combination of things, but the most standout for me is a strong physical attraction, when she has no makeup. I just melt for a cutie. You just feel it. Sometimes can't explain it with logic. Honestly, beautiful eyes, a cute smile. Having a good sense of humor too. Feeling that I can talk with her for hours. Also having the feeling that I want to spend time with them, rather than having some alone time. I don't exactly know Yet but when I do I will be able to completely answer the question, but it all starts with a smile and something about their eyes. You can be yourself around them, not needing to keep certain things down, the need to be around them all the time, and that you can't stop thinking about them. Every time you're around them, you can feel your heart flutter, and you concentrate on everything they're talking about. I'm not exactly sure yet, but this is what makes me fall in love with a girl. The feeling of being so comfortable with them, and the little things they do. Rubbing sunscreen on me where I missed, spraying Neosporin on a cut I had, so I wouldn't get a scar, getting me a little journal, so I could write my travel adventures, laughing at my dumb jokes, allowing me to be vulnerable. Personality, not looks. Compatibility, shared values, a great sense of humor. If they are my type. Times New Roman. Typically, the higher the chance of rejection, the harder and deeper I fall. Seeing her wholehearted strive and actual ability to achieve something amazing. Her ability to change my mood in an instant. Her sense of how I'm feeling. Love is intoxicatingly reciprocal, The more I feel love pour out of her for me, the more my sense of love elevates. An honest attempt to understand and communicate. I'm a high-functioning autist, but some things just don't make sense to me at all. My gal goes out of her way to make sure she understands and asks questions a lot, and it was the fastest ticket straight to my heart. You've been visited by the ghost of a very important man. Pay your respects by liking and subscribing, and he'll grant you 3 weeks of good luck.